coming to the step.
Okay.
Number one drummer from Co-op City, the Bronx, Mr. Glenn Ronald Grossman.
Hello.
So, we call it Sir Glenn. We welcome Sir Glenn to this episode of Heavy Metal Breakfast. This is a three out of 4 members, original New Yorkers. So that, you got to put a little mark on that because that's getting harder and harder to find. And so Glenn, the man of impeccable timing, we asked you a question. You've played with so many amazing artists, from Bob Dylan to Chuck Berry or whoever you want to put on the list. Who is the most metal musician that you've ever played with?
Yngwie Malmsteen.
Ooh, tell us about Mr. Vay. Tell us about Mr. Vay.
A friend of mine called me up, bass player, and he was like, Yngwie's coming to my boy's house, we're going to jam. So I'm like, okay, so let's go jam. And we jammed for a little while, and Yngwie was a little bit like quiet and distant, like he would come play and then he would like disappear for a half hour, and it was kind of weird. But apparently he liked the way that I played, so he called me up, or his manager called me up, not himself, but his manager called me up. And we went to another studio like 3 weeks later. He was like a really cool guy, It was actually really nice because I'd heard all kinds of weird stories about him, like ego things and, things that you just hear about musicians and people in different conversations. But he was actually really cool. And the playing was insane because, like, his playing is insane. When I left that session, actually, I was like, I gotta go work on my feet, man. I gotta go work on my feet. Like as fast as I could possibly get them. But Yngwie was really cool. It was really nice. And we did a couple things together, and nothing big, like I didn't tour with him or anything, but as far as heavy metal is concerned, he's definitely the heavy metal guy.
The godfather of power metal.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah.
One of them, definitely.
I just saw Yngwie at the Generation X tour, and I did see him abuse his guitar guy a little bit, which gave me like a certain vibe. But you know what? That's like that's his thing.
He's working.
He's doing his thing. You know what I mean? So if he's not giving you shit, then he's really not being Yngwie in that moment, because Yngwie is supposed to give you shit. That guitar's a little out of tune. He's supposed to throw it on the floor and give you shit, like. Because that's what I seen him do. I was just watching him, like. He was dope, man. He was the first guy I ever seen kick his pick. Like he put his pick down, like dropped it on his foot, and it was a perfect kick. Like every time, bop, and he would kick it into the audience. Boom, one for you. That's one for you. One for you.
Yeah.
Killing it. He was killing it with moves. Moves was crazy.
That's a killer.
Moves was crazy.
Right there. Yeah, I gotta remember to practice that one.
It was rad.
Yngwie boot.
The Yngwie boot.
Yngwie boot.
Well, I think that's good.
Well, thanks for having me on the show.
Thanks for coming, Glenn. Sir Glenn.
Rock and roll. Sir Glenn,
And all
number
that.
one drummer.
Till we meet again.
Yes.
Keep on rocking in the free world, Nard.
Shinobi Ninja.